there. This is Brandy from Stitchin' in Oregon, and it is May 5th, I believe, May 6th, 2024, and I am back for Flosstube number 13. I know I am a couple days late on this. It just happened to be when the days fell, and over the weekend we were pretty busy, so my daughter was sick today and I had to come home early from work, so I'm filming now while she's relaxing. So let's see, a little bit of an update. It has been raining nonstop here in Oregon. It's actually quit for right now, but it's supposed to start up again, and I think our weather said that it's supposed to rain until Thursday, I think, and then it's supposed to be like in the 70s or 80s or something, which is good because we're going camping and it's Mother's Day weekend, and that'll be fun. My husband built me a raised garden bed over the weekend in the rain, which was amazing of him, and it was really nice. And then today I had the girls help me plant everything in it, and we've got strawberries, peppers, tomatoes, peas, a watermelon. I don't know. I've never grown any melon before, so that'll be new. We have lettuce and spinach, carrots, and mint and cilantro and blueberries, and I want to try to figure out a way to do pumpkins, but there's not a whole lot of space left, so I'll try to put a picture in here of what it looked like before and after. We still have some more work to do on it. He still needs to put some more weed barrier down and put some more mulch around it, but it looks really nice and I'm really happy with it. So and it'll be nice to be able to grow like I was in Spokane. Sorry about that. My husband called and I had to answer the phone. He's on a work trip in Utah again. So I think I was talking about the weather. I just checked the app and it is supposed to be in the 80s this weekend, which is crazy. Olaf, lay down. Okay. So this video has quite a bit. I've got a finish, a couple of new starts, progress, a little bit of stash acquisition kind of thing, and WIPGO numbers were called, and then at the end I think I want to talk about my plans kind of concerning WIPGO and other kind of challenge groups that I started. Olaf, come here, buddy. Lay down. He was whining outside the door, so I let him in, and now he is just whining nonstop. Okay, so the first finish I have is my Evermore Taylor Swift one for my sister. This is what it looks like fully finished. I stitched it on a 27 count Linda in blue, which hindsight, I kind of wish I would have done it in a tan so that it would have blended better. But I was trying to find something that looked like the actual album cover and without, you know, copying it exactly. And yeah, this is how it turned out. I like it a lot. I'm going to give it to my sister for, technically it's a Christmas present from last Christmas, but she didn't tell me until 2 weeks before Christmas that she wanted it. So she'll get this when we're camping for Memorial Day at Silver Creek Falls. And she has seen it finished, and like she saw this background that I had picked to go with it. But she hasn't seen the frame and she hasn't seen it all put together. I stuck Taylor to the glass, not the paper, just in case my sister wanted to like do this in some other way. But I like this because it kind of looks like the album cover, which I was trying to look up. Let's see if I can find it real quick. I used a picture here. I used a picture from her album, kind of, but it's not the same one. So yeah, I like that a lot. This was a pattern from Etsy. I don't remember the name of the shop, and but it is on Etsy. So okay, next, sorry, there are some weird noises coming from downstairs right now. It's really wigging my brain out. Okay, next I have a couple of new starts. One was planned. What the heck was? I feel like this video is going to be a complete disaster. I tried really hard for it to be organized, and my pets are bringing straight chaos to this. Okay, I did talk about this in my last video that I was going to start this. This is for my husband, and it's from this book, the Coca-Cola Trademarks and Symbols and Slogans. So my husband works for Coca-Cola, and so I really wanted to do this for him. And the one I'm doing is this pattern right here, and it is called the Harlequin Can Design. It uses 3 colors. I'm stitching it on a 28 count even weave, I think, and I think I got this from Hobby Lobby. It's an ivory one. I wanted it to be off-white on purpose. So this is what I have done so far. I have one whole triangle done. The other triangle should fit here. I have just, you know, a little bit of margin left. I got the C and started the O. I haven't worked on this since the beginning of the, well, not the beginning of the month. His birthday was April 26th, but I started it probably mid-April because I wanted to be working on it, like have actual progress on his birthday. So this is actually a pretty quick stitch. I think I did this in like 2 days, and that's a lot of stitches. I think each of these has 30 something stitches in it. And once the word is in, then this is solid red stitching, fill-in stitching, except there's some back stitch for like the trademark. So yeah, I'm happy with this one. He's really excited to have it in his office when I'm all done. I think he's worked for Coke now for like 7 years, 5 years. I'm not really sure. But like I said, that's the reason we moved to Oregon in the first place. So my second new start was not planned. Sorry, I have a bucket of things over here. So my second new start was not planned. It was a gift from my wonderful friend Tanya, and I have a picture here. It's called Miss Strawberry by Twin Peaks Primitives. She sent this as a gift for, she's just wonderful. And this is so fun to stitch. So I started with the dress, and I have all of the blue and the apron done of her dress. The dog is done, the alphabet's done, and then all of this is done. I'm currently working on this flower. I have a leaf left to do, and I think one little flower here. So this stitches up really fast. It's a lot of fun. It's not very many colors. I am stitching with mostly the called for colors. This is where I'm at. It's still in the hoop because I was stitching on it this morning before work. And I literally got 4 stitches in before work this morning, but that's okay. So this is so much fun to stitch. I did have to sub this light pink, and I think the vine is a different color than what's called for. But other than that, everything is the called for. I think this is a 20 count or 22 count vintage country mocha that I'm stitching on, and I just love how all the colors pop on it. So I think I want to continue working on this because it is so much fun, and I think I'm going to finish it in the pillow how the picture has it finished, with that red and the rickrack. I think that would be a lot of fun. So that is my second new start. This one I'm just keeping in this little... I'm out of project bags, and I am entirely too lazy to make new ones. So, okay. There's that. Okay, couple other things that I worked on. The Whipco calls for last month were the poisonous plants that I'm stitching for my son, and Say Coffee. So here is Say Coffee by Heartstring, Samplery. I think I mostly worked on this while we were camping last time. So, let's see. And I am stitching this one on a 32 count opal linen called Pensiera from Grace Notes. And it is BeeYoutiful. And I'm stitching it with my own floss conversion. It's in the hoop because I'm really bad at taking hoops off. But when I worked on this last, I stitched I finished this star, and then this and this. So I think this is done now. Yeah, this motif is done. Does anyone know what this is supposed to be? Is this a coffee bean or is it a bat? I don't know. And then this is the lady holding, like, it's this lady here. So that is where I am on this one. I started this one because of the bird. I don't know if you can see the color very well on this. It's a really light, I don't think you can, blue, I think, blue, purple, and the shimmer in it is really nice. This one is probably going to take me forever. I dropped that. Okay, to do, but it's a lot of fun. I'm doing my own floss conversion. It's close to the called for, but just a little bit different. So I was happy with my progress on that. And now it gets put away. Okay, next is poisonous plants. I'm gonna have to pull up a picture of this one for you. Because I don't have a printed one. Okay, so this is, I don't know if you can see it very well. This is what it'll look like. This is by the Witchy Stitcher, My son picked it out, and I'm doing it for him. I finished this one. I worked on this part of the border, and then I think I was working on this plant here. I did not get as much done on this as I would have liked, but progress is progress, and I have decided to give myself some grace on my stitching because I'm busy. I'm super, super busy, and if I don't stitch on something that is calling to me, then I'm not going to stitch at all. So, all right, this is how far I am. Not far at all, but it is really pretty. I'm doing this on a 28 count, picture this plus dusk Lugana. So it's on an even weave. And it is really pretty, and I love the way it looks. You see like the little bit of modeling. And my son picked out the fabric too. I had him pick out like 2 different choices on 1, 2, 3 stitch. So, and when they got here, this was the one he liked. So, that was my WhipGo calls for April. And poisonous plants I want to have done ideally by his birthday in August, but I've got to be in the mood for it, so it most likely won't happen. Okay, let's see. I did say coffee and poisonous plants and that and that. Okay, next is my Don't Be Afraid stitch along, or the BeeYoutiful. Alright guys, this is not a good cover photo, so I apologize. It is beat up and the colors are all wrong. But it's the BeeYoutiful sampler by Twin Peak Primitives. As you know, I started this in June of 2023. We're going through some things with my son, and this has kept me company through stress with my son, and then in January with my youngest daughter. I pulled this out a little bit ago and got some work in on it. I think I'm like 76% done or something now. I'm using mostly the called for colors, I believe. And I do have a goal that I want to finish this by the end of this year. I'm so close. Look. It's so cool. So this is an unnamed Lugana fabric from Be Stitch Me. That I got in a Friday night fight night. And yeah. Last time I worked on it, I did, let's see if I can fold this better. I finished this vase, and I did this rooster. I finished all of that, and this bird, and this. And then I think I put it away because I couldn't decide what I wanted to work on next. And mostly it's border that's left. So, but, oh gosh. Guys, I love this. If you love samplers or Twin Peak Primitives, or this is so much fun to stitch. It just, this is a stitch along with Kia B from Kia B Quilting. I saw her video when she was talking about her, she did the original stitch on this, and then she decided to do it again and do the stitch along. I don't know how many people are doing the stitch along, but when I watched her video and saw this, and the meaning behind it for her, it really, really resonated with me. So don't be afraid, just believe it has gotten me through some stuff, guys. It's gotten me through some stuff. So anyway, yeah, I highly suggest you go check this one out. I love it. This is probably the fastest I've ever stitched anything. Not even a year yet, and almost done with this big giant thing. And I've got a handful of projects that could use some love, and I keep going back to this one. So, all right, next is Sweetheart Hill. This was a restart. I don't remember if I showed you the restart, so I'm going to show you just in case. So this is what it looks like. This is by Plum Street Samplers, Sweetheart Hill. I'm working down here and in this house right here. You know what? I think I did show you. When I restarted this, I had just a couple white stitches, and I showed you all that. And since then, I have gone up into the house. And I restarted it on Misty Mountain by Grace Notes Fabrics. And it is a 32 count linen. Look at how pretty. Look at how pretty that is. I keep telling myself I have enough fabric and that I should like pause my fabric of the month club, and then she sends me something like this, and I can't do it. Okay, this is how far I am. Excuse the threads. I didn't want to cut them because there's a lot of red and there's a lot of ecru. So this is where I am right now. So last time you all saw this, I had just a handful of stitches down in here. So I stitched up and into the house, and then I went down and I did the first letter just to make sure spacing was correct. And I am happy with my progress on this one. I might put it away though, because I think I have a new start for May planned. And I'll talk about that at the end. You see that cat? He's scrapping. He's never happy. He always wants to be wherever he's not. Buzzard, do you want out? His name is Buzz. I call him Buzzard sometimes because he's a crazy cat. All right. Next is Let's Go Ride a Bike. This is another one. I'm not entirely sure if I have shown you my progress on. The hoop stays on this because I work on it once a month. I forgot to work on it on the 4th of May though, so I do need to get it out. Guys, I'm telling you. Well, okay. I have a legitimate reason for this year. I was chaperoning prom for the high school, and so I was a little bit distracted. But I will get this out and I'll get some stitching in on it. Last time I worked on it, I think I just did this gray here and I put in the wheel. And this. Here, the handlebar. I feel like I showed you this. But I can't remember. So here it is. This is Let's Go Ride a Bike. I'm doing it on a 28 count black Jobelin. My husband kitted this up for me from Acorns and Threads for Christmas. So I have the called for fabric and floss. And this pattern, I bought it, and then I also gifted a copy of it to my friend Tanya, and I'm pretty sure she's further than me. So because she's a speedy stitcher and I really am not. But that one should come out again maybe in the next night or two. I'll get my stitches in. I have some homework. It's my last week of my first class in my master's program. All of that schoolwork is due on Wednesday, and then my next class starts Thursday. So, I'm a busy bee. Okay. Next I have Summer by the Cricket Collection. This was one that I just kind of pulled. If I had time to work on it, I was going to work on it. And I didn't have that much time. I did get a little bit done though, so I'm happy with that. If any of you guys have stitched this or like seen videos of people who have stitched this, they are intricate and time consuming, and there's a lot of floss changes, and there's a ton of floss. Look at this. Look at that floss list. That's bonkers. Anyway, so it's a lot of floss. This is what it looks like. Summer by the Cricket Collection. My favorite season is summer. I love the heat and the hot. I think I was working on this end. Hey, what's up?
Are you filming?
I am, but what is up?
I don't want to be in the video.
You're fine. What do you need?
What is the car brand with like the 3 little lines things, you know?
The 3 little lines?
Yeah, what's it called?
I need more information than that.
It's silver.
Are you talking about Mercedes?
Probably.
Like the circle with the 3 prongs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Alright, I'm using the called for DMC on this. I'm using an unnamed Lugana 32 count from Stitch Me. And there should be enough room on this when I'm done to stitch another season underneath. I wish I could get more of this fabric because it is absolutely gorgeous. Look it. Okay, so when I was, oh, there's a needle in there. Okay, and there's a needle minder. Okay, so I stitched this carrot here, and then I stitched this part of the M. It really was not a lot of stitching, but that's okay. I'm taking it slow because my sunflower is a little bit fudged because something in this M got messed up. But I don't know if the sunflower is fudged over here too. So I'm going slow. I'm just counting as I go. But yeah, look at how pretty this is. Oh my Lanta. I want more of this. So much. And it's an unnamed. Anyway. So that was Cricket Collection Summer. And I didn't get as much work on it as I would have liked. But it did get work done. So that's good. Hopefully, I won't finish it this year, but it would be nice if I had it done by next summer. Maybe. I have to make priorities. But if people keep asking me to stitch them things, it makes those things kind of hard. Okay. Okay, and then my last project that I worked on is another one for my sister called the Beekeepers, or the I think it's the Beekeepers pin keep. it is called Little Busy, no, How Doth the Little Busy Bee, a Beekeeper's Pincushion by Modern Folk Embroidery. And this is what it looks like. And I am now 78.24% done on this. I did not put 300 stitches in on it last month. At best I did 150, I think. It was not a lot at all. It was not my goal. That being said, this does not need to be done until October. Well, September. Yeah. This is a gift for my sister again for her birthday. I'm stitching it on a picture of this plus 40 count Tyco Newcastle linen. And it has some really pretty modeling in it. And this is where I'm at. So when I worked on it this time, I worked on this stem a little, connected this inside border, and I brought this down a little. So it really was not that much stitching. But I'm excited to have that inside border connected. I think next I'm going to just work on finishing. Maybe I'll pull the border down a little and then finish this flower. So this gets supposed to get 350 stitches a month. It did not get that done in April. So, okay. So next is my haul, kind of. I know I've been talking, actually, let's talk about plans, because I have this here. The WIPGO numbers got called for May, obviously. They got called the end of April, and this is the month where the 13 was called, which is the center start where you can just fill in what you want. If you guys aren't familiar with WIPGO, it is run by Jessie Marie Does Stuff. She has been doing it for years now, and it is a lot of fun. That being said, I might abandon it. I know I keep saying this. The problem is this is like my third year doing it, and I don't want to quit something I've been doing for so long. But at the same time, I feel like since I want to stitch so many other things that are not what's being called, nothing is getting the progress that it could get if I was focusing. So, okay. What was called for this month? Violets and Primrose. I don't have a cover picture of this, but this is where I'm at with it. I'm stitching it on the same fabric as the Miss Strawberry. So it's like a 20 count vintage country mocha. So if you don't know, vintage country mocha is usually on this side, and then it's just like a plain, so it's printed, and then the other side is just plain old. But this is where I'm at with this right now. I think when I get this out, I would like to connect the border. That would be nice. So that was one call for this month. And the other one, which I'm actually pretty excited about for this one, stretch, is Winter Rose Manor. I love Winter Rose Manor. This is by With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais. And I'm stitching it with the called for, except the white color. I have 2 different whites I'm using depending on what I want. Here are my flosses. So pretty. But I can tell you the whites that I'm using. I have Sampler, the Gentle Art Sampler Thread. Oh no, that's mulberry. That's not white at all. But this is still Gentle Art Oatmeal. I have that one. And then I also have Gentle Art Picket Fence. So those are my 2 whites that I'm kind of just swapping out depending on my mood. And my starting point for this one is here. I love this one so much. I don't know what I'm stitching this on because my card is not in here. I'll have to see if I can find it. It's 36 count, I think. And I bet it's a Bee Stitch Me. Hot Cocoa? Maybe? By Bee Stitch Me. So I think, actually I don't know where, it'll be a surprise what we're going to work on because I don't know. This is the basket of flowers up above the house. Maybe I'll put some more into that. I do have my initials stitched in there already. And then this just needs the white little flowers on it. So maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. We'll see. This one is a lot of fun to work on too. As you know, I restarted that one this year and I got way more progress on this once I restarted it. Okay, that brings me to space number 13, which is a new start, which I think I'm gonna start. Lay down, big guy. You're fine. My husband took me to Acorns the other day, Acorns and Threads, because that is my local LNS here in Oregon, and told me to go buy something pretty. So I did. So I found Forever and Ever, A Celebration of Love. This is by With Thy Needle and Thread, designed by Brenda Gervais. And this is what it looks like. And I have a style, apparently, that I like. If you like this, but the alphabets aren't really your jam, there's a version of this that is just, well, here, that. So, I'm going to do the whole alphabet, though, because I actually really like alphabets. I think they're beautiful. As of right now, this is planned for my new start, if I so choose. I am stitching with mostly the called for floss, which is not cute right now. There is a couple substitutions in there. Look at this. I'm a mess. I need to put these on a ring. But there's a couple colors that I had to sub because they were out, and I didn't want to order them from 1-2-3 Stitch because I knew I would forget what they were for once they got here. But I think I have fabric for this already. It calls for a 40 count piece of sheep straw linen by R&R. But I know I think I have a 40 count that will work for this, or I have lot of fabric over there. So I have something that will work. So I'm really excited for that because that's beautiful. So I think that is going to be my new start. I think. I don't know. I guess it depends on how strenuous my new class is too. Because I'm not in the mood to be starting all of the crazy things if I don't have much time to devote to it, you know. Okay, that now brings us to haul, because that pattern and all the floss were part of plans and haul. So my friend Tanya, again, is the sweetest human ever, and bought me and an older friend, another friend, not an older friend, another friend. Oh my gosh. I was reading something on my phone that said there's an older version. Okay. She bought me this PDF. This is Sassy Stripper Series, red, white, and blue, because she knows I love patriotic. And this is by Stitching with the Housewives. And I think I might even have like a little breadboard thing that I could finish that on. This seems like it would be super quick stitch. It calls for 5 different colors with the DMC conversion. So that was something. And then this is another thing I got from Acorns and Threads. I have seen this stitched up, or people in progress of working on this. This is One Nation by Bygone Stitches. And I love this. This is so pretty. I love patriotic stitching. They stitched it on a 28 count cashel from Picture This Plus. I wonder, I might be able to find that on 123. And it only calls for 3 colors. So, and I think I'm just going to do the DMC. So, there's that. And then the last little, the last little thing is, so you all know I have plans to start this Land That I Love in July. And when I was in Acorns and Threads, I got this piece of 22 count ivory hardinger, and I think this is what I'm going to do it on. I think all of the colors will look really nice on this. It's a little brighter, but that might just help the colors pop. So, I got that piece of fabric. So now this is all ready to go. I think there's just a couple colors like that I need to finish off purchasing for that. So that is all ready. And then I think I know I have my floss that I got that I put it away, so I don't know where it is. I was going to show you the other piece of fabric that I got, but I think I put that away too. Haha, it's this one. Nope, it's not this one. Well, anyway, oh, here it is. Okay, good. This is a 32 count fairy dust Belfast linen that I got from Acorns and Threads as well. It's about the same color as that hardinger. It's a very like ivory color. So I just needed some neutrals. So I got that. I think that is it. I don't have anything else. I kind of talked about plans being that I might abandon WhipGo. I did just join a new group on Facebook today that it's through the Grace Notes challenge, and to do polls for May where you put up the 2 pictures and people vote on them, and then based on what they vote for, that's what you work on. So I might do like the projects that I need to work on for that. I think I'm going to keep working on Miss Strawberry because it's a lot of fun, and I think I really want to get that done and finished. I have 2 short papers I need to write by Wednesday. It looks like the sun is coming out and I can hear people mowing their lawns now, which is really exciting. And we're going camping this weekend, like I said, a new campground outside of Tillamook that we've never been to before. So that'll be fun. And yeah, my next Flosstube will probably be June. Let's see. We get out of school like June 14th or something this year. Yeah, it's really late. We even started school earlier this year, and we still are getting out. So we get out of school June 14th, which is a Friday. The first does fall on a Saturday, so I might be able to get a Flosstube filmed June 1st and up. That will be my goal. And yeah, so until then, I hope you all found something you liked. I enabled you to go find something you would like to stitch. I hope you're enjoying the outdoors, and you're all just staying safe and happy. All right, guys, until next time, bye.